Hi guys, thank you for getting on with us tonight. We just wanted to kind of do a new distributor training slash refresher. It's always good to just remind ourselves of the basics. Um, and I have some awesome leaders on with me tonight who are going to help me do that. So I'm really excited. I'm just gonna first of all just hand it over to Amanda because this is kind of her little mind baby of a Zoom. So, Amanda, what do you want to get started with?
So you want to go over like steps to success, Ruby chart. Do you have screen share or no?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you want to screen share the steps to
yeah,
success?
let me get that pulled up. In the meantime, you can start talking about it.
Okay. So everyone, all you newbies should have your steps to success and Ruby chart printed. If you don't, you can just go into your eSuite under document library and just type in steps to success, or is it charts rank in eSuite, Rach?
It's if you just search charts, they all pop up.
Okay, so if you just search charts, they will all pop up. So you want to make sure that you have those two documents printed, or you can draw them out if you don't have access to a printer, but you do need them on paper. So once she screen shares, I can start talking about it.
Or am I like I'm at document library and it's just spinning. There we go. So you wanted the steps to success in a Ruby chart?
Yeah, so you can just share the steps to success first.
Okay, give me one second. Good.
How much battery you
Okay. One sec. Sorry, guys, for the slight delay.
have? I just feel like it's easier if they're staring at it and they don't have it printed.
Definitely, no, I agree.
Yay. Okay. So step one is just you guys joining. So everyone already did that. So we're just going to go right to step two and step three. So every single month you're going to want to print this sheet out, or you can just draw it on paper. I just draw it on paper. So every single month your goal is to sign 4 loyal customers and 3 distributors. That's every single month. And so if you are doing that every single month consistently, your team is going to explode. So no matter probably 4 or 5 months, you're just going to have a working team, and your goal is to teach your team to do the same exact thing. So if they're enrolling distributors and customers, your check is just going to continue to grow every single month. So this is your goal or game plan literally every single month. So this is what you're working towards. So don't overcomplicate it or think like I need to sign 1 million customers, I need to sign 1 million distributors. Just focus on signing your 4 loyal customers and your 3 distributors every single month. So this is literally just the steps to success. And then step three is going Ruby. So if you want to pull up the chart, we can kind of explain it. My phone is blowing up. So is that accurate? The 497? Is this like the new one?
Yes, I think this is the updated one.
So when you go Ruby, your average monthly commission is going to be around $500, $497, somewhere around there. So if we're just looking at the chart, you're going to want to print this out, and basically that's you on the top, and then you see 5 boxes. So to go Ruby, all of those boxes are represent distributors. So your goal is to sign at least 5 distributors. So whether it's if you just started, you want to start getting your customers first, but once you start getting once you get your 4 little customers, you're going to want to start growing your team. So this is when you're going to take out your Ruby chart. So on the top line, basically that just means you sign 3 distributors and they're directly under you. And then in the first box, it says executive. So that just means that who's ever in that box is going to have 2 distributors under them. So you're going to have 3 distributors, and then one of those distributors are going to need 2 distributors under them. So it's a total of 5. And then, Rachel, do you want to kind of explain the BVGV?
Yeah, absolutely. BV is bonus volume. So that is what we are paid off of. And it's normally pretty close to the dollar amount of the products that we sell. But you can see every product and its BV. If you go in eSuite and click orders, it'll list every product and its BV in there. So you can look at that. And there's also actually, I believe, in our document library, there is almost like a chart that you can print with every product, its price, its BV. So if you're like a paper in your hand kind of person, that'll work as well. So when you see GV, that stands for group volume. That means that person's bonus volume plus any distributors underneath of them, their bonus volumes added together equals group volume. So to promote to Ruby, you need yourself, commission qualified, the executive to be commission qualified, which means either running an 80 BV auto shipment or having 150 BV in customer orders underneath of you. And then that executive underneath of them is going to have 2 people with 400 GV. So themselves and any distributors underneath them has to equal 400 GV. It's normally 1 person in a Ruby chart, but if there's more people, you're going to reach it faster. So that's exciting. And then you also need 2 people on your top line with 400 GV. So that is the Ruby chart. And if you're a newbie, that's what you're trying to promote to get that $1,000 bonus.
That's perfect. Yeah. So if everybody wants to just take notes, with just like yourself, you just need to be at 150. The executive needs to be at 150, and then all the other you can see clearly on the chart is 400. If you're just starting, you're probably like, oh my god, what does all this mean? Because I know when I started, that's what I started panicking. I was like, I don't know, I still don't get it. But you can literally just text me or Rachel or your upline, and we can literally chart for you or with you. Like, it's super easy once you get the hang of it. So don't worry if it's a little confusing right now. You'll get the hang of it pretty quickly. But yeah, it's super simple. So if you just started like brand new and you didn't sign your first 4 customers yet, don't worry about starting to sign distributors. I would focus on your 4 customers, and then we can do like a FaceTime, or if you're under me or if you're under Rachel, I'm sure she'll help you, and we can start growing your team. But this is your roadmap to the $1,000 bonus that we all been posting about. So once you fill out this chart completely, you're going to get a $1,000 bonus on top of the average commissions of $497 a month, which is crazy. And then on top of that, if you start growing your team, every distributor that you sign, you get a $100 bonus. So just by going Ruby, you're getting about $500 in commissions monthly. You're getting the $1,000 bonus, and you're getting $100 for all of your distributors that you sign. So if you just started, we have that crazy deal right now, which is the $49.50 to start. So you want to grab your 4 customers ASAP so you can start growing your team, because you're probably going to promote to Ruby a lot quicker than when I started or when Rachel started, because it was $99. It's a lot easier to sign distributors right now because the price is cut in half. So, okay. So I feel like we explained that pretty well. If you're still confused about it, you can feel free to message me or text me, and I'm sure Rachel as well. Okay. So do you want to go into like the tasks that everybody should be doing?
Absolutely.
Okay. So we kind of have like a checklist that we follow, or just like a daily task that we follow every day to make sure that we're doing what we should be and growing our business successfully. So the 4 things that I always make sure I'm doing every single day is posting on my Instagram. If you like to work Facebook, you can post there as well. Growing my network and doing my follow-ups. So I'm following up with all my potentials, and then I'm messaging. So those are the 4 tasks that I do every single day, and it takes me about maybe an hour. If I did that all, in one shot, it'd probably take me an hour. So it's not hard, it's not time consuming, but I just need to make sure that I'm doing it every single day. So if you want to start with posting, was Myra going to talk about posting? I forget who.
Yeah, Myra, are you out of work yet? Okay, perfect. So talk to us about what we should be doing every day as far as posting on our stories and on our pages. What's the 411?
So posting, can you hear me? Okay. So posting is literally a must. Like, so now with Instagram's weird algorithm and all of that, you don't have to post as much on your actual profile. So what I do is I post once a day, and I have like a whole schedule of posting. If you've seen my Instagram, you can tell that I like post a quote and then I post two pictures and then I post a quote. So it just keeps my profile really organized. But a lot of people have this misconception that you have to post. It works, it works, it works. And if personally, if you look through my Instagram, you see very little it works, or like I can put a keto coffee wrapper, which that's my post for tomorrow. My boyfriend's holding a keto coffee wrapper while we're having breakfast. So just doing that and not being like obnoxious or spammy or ad like will pull in customers and distributors for you. Posting with Instagram's algorithm, your your picture won't pop up on somebody's timeline for like 3 days, and then you're gonna see 3-day-old pictures, and that's just irrelevant, especially to me. Like, I don't like seeing three-day-old pictures. So posting on your stories actually gets onto people's like little feed at the top, and they're more likely to view it. So we have a lot of pictures that you can use for your story on Facebook, on our groups. Use them. They're there for a reason. Pick one. What I've been telling my girls is start talking about the keto coffee. Personally, I have literally reinvented my whole page to be more of myself than about it works, and that has worked amazing for me. Just because people follow you because they want to see you, people don't follow you to see it works all day 100% of the time. So if you start showing off your life, like, hey, I'm gonna go to work right now, or I just signed this customer while eating lunch or whatever, posting a picture of it, they are more likely to actually be interested just because you haven't annoyed them with it works. And that is what's really bad with a lot of distributors, is that we become annoying, and you need to be conscious of what you're posting and figuring out, am I attracting people or am I losing people with what I'm posting? So I use throwback pictures, guys. I use pictures from like weeks ago, and I just reuse them as if it was that day. Like, nobody knows that I'm using it, but I can post a picture that has nothing to do with It Works, but my caption will be like, hey, it's $49 to join my team, or I don't know, like I can send a picture. Well, I sent the picture that I posted the other day of me like gasping at my phone. Guys, that's from like 2 months ago. I found it and I thought it was great. So I used it. Like, you just have to think of creative ways of posting. Like, yes, we can sit here and tell you, hey, there's posts that you can make, there's pictures that you can take from Facebook, but if you aren't putting your own time and your own effort into making your post, then there's no point in making it. Like, yes, you can use those pictures as little filler posts. Like, say you go 2 weeks without posting, by all means, use the pictures on Facebook, get a momentum going. But at the end of the day, people will start unfollowing you because narrative pictures, interesting things. Like, you can tell somebody product info, but if they don't think that you're using it, why should they use it? So become a product of the product, and then you can figure out how to make your own posts. Connecting all of that together, your Instagram or your Facebook will be amazing. So post every day on your story and post once a day on your feed. That is my suggestion to everybody.
I love that. I just want to echo what you said of being you. Like, don't obviously you want to post about the products, you want to post about the opportunity, but you want to be talking about it in your voice. So as you get more comfortable and confident, like use those scripts as a guideline and then make it you. Make sure it sounds like you, add your favorite emojis, just make sure you're using your voice, because people can tell when you're being authentic, and when they can automatically just feel that, they're more likely to trust you to ask about the opportunity or the products, because you want to be able to trust the person you're asking for help. What do you want to do next, Amanda?
Sorry, I just signed a distributor, so I'm in the middle
Oh,
of texting.
you're fine.
No, so I completely agree with everything that Myra said. So yeah, our team pages, I know if you're in my page, there's a bunch of miracle workers, but then there's also the dream team, which if you're under Rachel, you're also in that one as well. And there's albums. If you just scroll to photos and then albums, there's literally albums for every product. And then there's potential distributor ones, there's fillers, there's a bunch of options. So you'll never not know what to post. There's always options for you. And you can literally, when I started, I was posting, I was going to top leaders pages and I was seeing how they posted. And then I was just taking a selfie of myself and posting a similar caption and just kind of changing it around to fit me. Because until I got the hang of posting on my own and making my own captions. So if you're ever stuck, feel free to go to my page or any other, top leaders page and just kind of see what they're doing. And you can just kind of copy them, but not completely. Just change it around so it fits you and it sounds like you. But you'll never be stuck with what to post, just because we have so many pictures available and captions. So you'll never be stuck. But yeah, definitely make sure that you are posting consistently, even if it's once a day. When I started, the algorithm was a lot different. So we were told that we should post every hour, and so we were literally blowing up Instagram every hour, and we were getting unfollowed like crazy because more people were seeing the post, and they were just I've seen her post all day, I'm over it right now. So even if you're posting 1 or 2 times a day, as long as it's quality posts, that's better than posting a million posts that they're just going to unfollow you. So I love selfies and putting captions with it, because it shows who you are, and people are going to buy you before they buy whatever the heck you're selling. So make sure that when people go to your page, they know who you are. If you just go to somebody's page that sells a product and it's all advertisements, and I love quotes, I post a lot of quotes, but if there's no selfies or anything, they don't know who the heck you are. They're going to think you're a scam, or they're going to just unfollow you because they're bored. So when you go to somebody, if someone's going to your page, make sure that they know who you are. Make sure you have something in your bio that says something about you that makes them want to keep following you. And then also a quick tip, what I kind of did as I was starting was I would go to my own page and I'd be okay, if this was the opposite and I was just going to this girl's page, would I want to follow her? So if you got to look at your page and ask yourself that. If you have too many advertisements and you personally wouldn't want to follow this person, then other people are probably not going to want to follow you. So make sure that your page is attractive, use filters, brighten your pictures. I put a white border just because it cleans it up. So I use the app InstaSize, and it's free. And it puts a little cute white border around my picture. And it just makes my page look really clean. So, whatever it is, but just find a way that makes your page your own and make it attractive. Okay, so the next, unless Rachel, do you have anything else to add on posting? No. Okay. So
Can I add something?
Yeah.
Sorry. If you have a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a significant other, make them take your pictures. I don't know how else to stress this. You have a personal photographer. My boyfriend takes all my pictures that I have posted so far, and they're just literally candids that he just pulls out his phone and he's like, here, take a picture right here. But honestly, just ask somebody. If you're out, I know it's awkward to ask. I don't really ask people hey, can you take a picture of me when I'm out? But if you're out with family, friends, hey, let's take a picture together. There you go. You have one post right there. And it doesn't have to just be you alone taking a picture. So just ask somebody to take pictures of you. Actually,
record your life because you can use them as posts. Yeah.
That's good. It invites people into your life and shows them you're a real person. That's a really good tip.
Okay, so why don't we transition to growing our network or following? Rachel, do you want to start?
Yes. So my favorite way to describe this is that you have to think of your business like a store. So if you have a store and you have 4 customers who are loyal to you and they like love your product, that's awesome. That's great. You have, 4 customers. But if you want to grow a business, those 4 customers aren't going to buy enough or come frequently enough to your location to make your business grow. So you need to have new people walking in the door every single day. And sometimes people are going to walk in and they're going to walk back out, and that's okay. Sometimes people are going to walk in, they're going to look around, they're going to pick everything up, read every label, and they're going to walk out, and then they'll come back a week or a month later, and that's okay. And then sometimes you're going to have people walk in and they'll be like, wow, I love this place. I want to buy this. And we love those people most of all. But to have those people coming in the door, you need to get new followers or friends seeing your post for the first time every single day. And it's truly, comparatively to when we joined, it is not hard to gain, it is not hard to gain followers. I mean, there are literally so many different apps that will help you do it. And back when Amanda joined, and definitely when I joined, we used to have to go in and manually, like if you were following people, you were going in, you were finding like people to follow and clicking the follow button every single time. But now there is an amazing app called Captivate that I'm sorry if you have an Android, they don't have it for you yet. I praying for the day that they do. But if you have an iPhone, Captivate is seriously where it's at. On my YouTube, I can send Amanda the link and I can post it in Team Green. Just made a video recently of how I've been following on Captivate, and I screen share so you can actually see me do it on the app and what I do. So I can send that link because that explains it, gives you that visual. But basically what I do, I'm not going to go too in depth, is when I have follower requests coming in, I will, as I'm accepting follower requests, if I see a profile that looks really good or is really active or seems like the person with that profile is like me, in the demographic I'm looking for, which is women over the age of 18, if it's seems active, they're getting a lot of likes, I will go search that person on my Captivate in their most recent picture, set my Captivate to follow the likers. And I do that in a cycle. So every time that I'm accepting follower requests, I do this and add it into my pending queue, local queue, sometimes cloud queue, just depends. And so I always have about 1,000 people in there, and I just run it when I can or when I want to, and just in a cycle. So I'm always filling it up. So I always have people requesting to follow me. So it keeps people walking in the door essentially. But this app will do it for you. All you have to do is, search this profile, these likers, set to follow, and it will do it in the background for you. So you don't have to go in and individually click follow on every single person. It is such a time saver. So if you're confused, I don't know where that's coming from.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi.
I'm Atlantis. I just joined. And I would like to get some tips on actually speaking to people about the products, about what they do, and because I'm still new at this, I just started yesterday, and I'm already in a confusion.
Well, first of all, don't panic. It's okay. You don't know everything yet, so don't feel like you should. I would suggest going into your eSuite under Document Library and product info. Every single product's info is there. You can also do it another way, is go through the site that you would give customers, the site that you picked, your replicated website, and you can just see the website from a customer's perspective, read about the products. That'll just get you feeling more confident and comfortable with what to say when it comes talking to actual potential customers or potential teammates. And the awesome thing is if you just joined, you have an upline. So they are there to help you too in those moments that you're like, oh my gosh, what do I say? That's what uplines are great for. They can definitely talk you through your first couple conversations. And there are a lot of basic scripts that kind of give you the layout of a conversation if you're still nervous or just not confident enough in your own knowledge yet to just, let a conversation naturally flow. And I know that most of the pages have access to that, or you can text your upline or message your upline and be like, hey, do you have any scripts for signing a customer or distributor, or like what's working for you? I just, your upline or any of us would be happy to give those to you or help you with that.
Now, is there any way that I can make it to where like Facebook would allow me to actually post it? Because I've tried posting my direct link and it won't let me.
Yeah, Facebook and Instagram, unfortunately, block us from sending our links. So you can get like Word Swag, it's an app, and write your website on there. So then it's a picture you can post. Or I always try to get people's phone numbers and to talk to them directly off of social media. And that way I can text them my website and they can just click on it. So you can always try to just be like, hey, can I text you? It's just easier, less notifications or something like that. People are normally very willing to give you their phone number, and that way you don't have to worry about that. You can also use, I don't even know what the symbol's called. There's just like this dot. If you, I don't know if it has a name.
Like a bold period.
Yeah, a bold period, I guess, that you can use instead of the actual dot, and then just be like replace the circle with a dot, and people can do that to get to your website as well. That way it's like a loophole to send it on social media.
I'm just going to touch on that real quick because I think she mentioned that she tried to post it like on her page. So,
yeah, I've tried doing it in the Messenger story, and I've tried actually sending it to a friend of my mother's who was actually interested in it, but because I couldn't explain it properly and get what I was actually trying to say out, she kind of backed off on it a little.
Okay, so in that case, like with if you're brand new, so you're actually on my downline, so I'm gonna message you after.
Okay.
But I don't like throwing newbies into like answering conversations or messages right away. Like I would prefer that you just send me exactly what someone's messaging you, and I can give you a direct response, and then you can save what I'm saying to your notes. This way you kind of have a feel for how you should respond, because if you're brand new, like you just started yesterday, I think. So if you're brand new, you're not going to know what the heck to say. So that's what we're here for. You shouldn't know what to say yet. So I'm going to message you after, but I can help you like with conversing with potentials until you get the hang of it. We can save some notes in your phone. But yeah, definitely. And then another thing is you never want to post your link on your page. Like even if Instagram or Facebook allowed it, I highly recommend that you don't. And here's why, because if you post your link somewhere on your page, that potential, you're going to have no idea that they were interested, because they're going to go to your page and they're going to look, and they're probably just going to look and browse, and they're not going to be that serious about it. And if they do even want to order, they're probably going to order incorrectly and not apply the discount. So you don't want to put it on your page, because you're going to lose a ton of potentials because they're not going to reach out to you. So it's important that when someone's interested, that you know who's interested, that they're messaging you or you're messaging them, and you can get a follow-up date with them. You know exactly what they want and when they're going to order. If you're just posting your link, you're not going to have conversations with anybody, and you're not going to know who's interested. So you're not going to be signing customers. So, and then even if you did post it and they were interested, they're 9 times out of 10 gonna order it wrong. So
Oh.
that's another issue. And you're also gonna not even gonna know who they are. So definitely don't post your link anywhere. And like Rachel said, I don't even send like with the period or with spaces. I literally just ask if they're ready to order, and if they say yes, like after I go over the product with them, I tell them the price, they're cool with it. They say all's good, and then I'm like, okay, would it be okay if I helped you get set up on my website? They're gonna say yeah, sure. And I'm gonna say perfect. What's your phone number? I'll send you my link and help you get started. You can send it directly over text, and it's much easier to follow up because you know that they're getting their text. You're messaging them in Facebook or Instagram, a lot of times they're not even get the notification that you message them. So I always prefer to text everybody because it's just way easier to go back and forth. I know they're getting my messages and the orders go through almost instantaneous. So always get a phone number and definitely reach out to Deanna, who's your upline, or me, and I will help you with conversing. And that goes for everybody on here. If you need help starting out, I'll be happy to answer messages with you, and then you can save them to your notes. Okay, so I just wanted to touch on that. And then
And
no,
also
go
and
ahead.
also Miss Deanna, she helped me with everything. And so when exactly do I get everything to actually begin all that?
So
Because
your starter kit comes in like 7 to 14 days, but you don't need
oh, okay.
but you don't need that to start working your business. So that's just, it comes with wraps, it comes with catalogs, it comes with business cards, it comes with a bunch of stuff that's helpful for your business. But everything with your training, like you can start immediately. So you don't have to worry about
Okay.
waiting for it to come. Like you can like get started like right away. I know Deanna's probably in the middle of training you, right?
Yeah. Is she on?
No, she's at work.
She, I guess she has another job then. Okay.
Yeah, she's bartending right now. But
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
but I can, if she's busy and you need help, you can just message me. I'll message you after.
Okay. So like Miss Rachel and Miss Amanda and Taylor, whoever she or he is, so how do you like how do you guys go about getting people interested? Because I'm bad at starting conversations, but yeah, I'm just
So
bad.
everything that we're kind of going over on the call is like all the steps that you're going to take to be successful in your business. So like everything that we're going over on this call, you're going to want to take notes on because these are the tasks that you'll be doing every day that gets people interested in buying. So you just started, so don't expect everything to happen at once. It's kind of a process. But yeah, as long as you're doing your steps every day, but right now just focus on your training and getting that all done, and then you'll start doing your steps every day. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Um, uh, there's a training thing. I believe it's on the eSuite website. And I believe it actually has step-by-step training exercises. Should I begin to follow those? Because I've been getting YouTube videos from Miss Deanna and I've been watching them and stuff. I just want to make sure that I don't mess anything up.
Yeah, so the videos that Deanna is sending you is like the very first part of your training, but there is, I think it's called the Training Academy in the document library of eSuite, and
Yeah.
it's a bunch of other videos and like training tips and everything that you're going to want to kind of get through. Like you don't have to do it all at once, but there is resources there as well with tons of videos and stuff that will help you with your training and getting started. And that's like something new. I think we released that like a couple months ago. But yeah, definitely take advantage of that if you have free time. Like if you're in the shower or driving, like just play it in the background or whatever. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, how long have you three been a part of, or those that I can see actually? How long have you guys been a part of It Works?
I've been in for 2.5 years. Rachel,
3.5 years.
2.5, yeah. And then Myra, I think maybe
2.
I've been in for almost 2 years. October 28th is my 2-year anniversary.
Oh, that's awesome. Now with the yearly like in the company, do you guys have like a incentive for the length that you guys been a part of it?
We have a $1,000 Ruby bonus. We have $7,500 Emerald bonus, $10,000 Diamond bonus. If you get them, you get those. And then there's a lot more bonuses and incentives when you go higher up, which you'll get once you get there.
What do you guys recommend as far when I get this box and when I get these cards and when I get these wraps and when I get everything that I'm supposed to get, the little keto pack and the little stuff like that? Now, I actually had an idea that I would go to like a gym, because a lot of people in gyms are obviously trying to better themselves, trying to get healthy weight. And is that like a better or an advised or suggested kind of like campaign start thing? You know, you go there, hey, I'm Atlantis, I work with It Works, and we sell and distribute, yada, yada, yada. We have, that.
So we call those vendor events.
Yeah.
And you can definitely go check out your gyms. I know that LA Fitness has like vendor events once or twice a month, and I've been asked to go to one, but it's just like you have to have a lot of things because you have to set up a table, so I don't feel like it. But you definitely can go to your local gym if you have a gym and you're constantly working out. Like I wear my It Works shirts when I go to the gym. And then if anybody comes up to me, I let them come up to me and we talk, but I don't go to the gym and like go up to people and tell them, hey, I work with It Works, because I personally think that the gym is like a therapy session, so everybody just wants to be left alone, especially I wouldn't want somebody coming up to me. So putting on a shirt or like taking your keto energy with you, I don't know, like doing small things that will catch people's attention, that will definitely help. But look into like vendor shows, that will increase your business.
Yeah, so just to touch on that, like you can work your business on social media, or you can work your business in person, or a combination of both. So it's recommended to do a combination of both. So the Blitz cards that you have or that you get in your kit, like you can use that to blitz people. Like we call it blitzing, where you just go up to them, introduce yourself, and if they want a coupon, because that's what's on the card, and you can start a conversation. So it's just a way to start conversing with people in person. But we're gonna kind of target on the call is more like from social media, but that's more like in person. Okay, so
what do you want to talk about next, Amanda?
Okay, yeah, let's move on to the next thing. So we went over following. So just to touch on that, if you don't have an iPhone, you can't get the Captivate app, but you can just follow just like from your Instagram or from your Facebook if you're working your Facebook. So don't feel like afraid if you don't have the app, because you can just do it right from your Instagram. And how I follow people is I just go to some of my followers or their pages, and I go through and I follow their followers. So like if I have a customer or someone who is interested, I'll go to their page and kind of follow some of the people that follow them, and they see a mutual follower in common, so they're more likely to follow me back. So that's just kind of how I follow. So let's transition to host to post. And I know Ariana wanted to touch on this, but I think that she's stuck at work. So Rachel, do you want to kind of touch a little bit on that, and then I can go off of what you say?
Right. So host to post is, honestly, I do not know why we didn't think of this sooner, essentially, when it comes to host to post. But basically all host to post is asking somebody, hey, will you put up one post on your wall for me and tag me in it? And you will be amazed how many people will just be like, yeah, sure. And what this does is we're always working to have a new or like ever growing, ever changing warm market for ourselves. But host to post allows you to tap directly into somebody else's warm market. So all of the people who are going to see this person post your post, they know that person and trust that person. So when they see them post it, they're like, oh, wait, maybe I'll try that. Or, oh, I've seen that around, I'm interested. And then you, as the distributor they posted for, get to contact all of the people who commented that they're interested. So it's just, I mean, there's a couple that people have success with. I know a lot of people have good results with cleanse host to post. Excuse me. But for me, I have more success with a keto coffee host to post, and that's most likely just because that's the product I use the most and I'm most excited about. So it's the easiest for me to talk to people about. But I do still get some people on the cleanse. So, and I know that some people do them for other products as well. And there's scripts for those in the pages, or if you're just, wondering what your upline, which script they're using right now or what's working, just, reach out and ask for their scripts or their messages or their posts, what they're using. And we would be happy to share those with you.
So, so with the 4 tasks, like with messaging, I've been messaging only with host to post for the past probably like 3 or 4 months. And I've been signing between 80 to 100, if not more, customers every single month just from people posting on their page for me, which is insane because that's like an insane amount of customers. Like it's kind of unheard of, but that's the reality of how big host to post is. So I just wanted to share like my message, and I have a script for this. I can post it in Team Green as well, but this is like the message that I've been sending to like 50 people every day, and 9 times out of 10 they say yes, or they just don't read the message by accident. So I've been saying, hey hon, I want to know if you'd be willing to do me a small favor. Would you be willing to make a post for me and tag me in it on your page? I'll write it for you and give you the picture, so all you have to do is post it. If anyone becomes a customer with me from it, I'll send you a few free products for helping me. And then I put a heart. And everybody's like, sure, like who doesn't want free products? And then also last month and this month, I'm doing like a $100 Visa gift card giveaway. So I have been posting about that on my page and just saying, like, if you want to be entered into the giveaway, like comment below. And I just send them a message saying, hey, so like this is what you do to be entered. Like you would just put up a post for me, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh yeah, sure. And so at the end of the month, I just pull a name like from the gift card and like for everybody that posted, and I just send the gift card to them. And so if you're on my team, you can just send your entries to me and I can add them into my giveaway if you want, or me and Rachel can collaborate and do one like as a big team, whatever we want to do. Or you can do your own, totally okay. But I've been getting a ton of hits on that, and people are posting for me. The other day I had like over 40 people post just in one day, just from posting about the gift card on my Instagram. And I signed like 15 customers in one day. And I was like, what the heck? Like, and it was just, the post was about a cleanse. Like it was a simple cleanse post, but it was just, I was expanding my network like crazy because so many people were posting it. And I was also getting a lot of follower requests because everybody who posted for me tagged me, and then everybody wanted to follow me and figure out what the heck this cleanse was. So I was also growing my network like crazy, which is also really important. So definitely host to post is huge for your business. Like it's an easy way to sign like a ton of customers without doing much work. It's just more like you answering the messages and getting back to everybody and keeping up with who comments. But it's super simple. And I've been doing it just on Instagram. And I have an entire script, like it's the host to post script in Miracle Workers under files. And I think I posted in Team Green, but I can post again if you're new. And it's literally word for word, like everything. So it's just super simple. But that's how we've been messaging. And so we're not literally just going in somebody's inbox and saying, hey, I just joined, like it works. Can you like order from me? Like, no, you're being like kind and asking if they do you a small favor and posting for you. And in return, they're getting something for free. So it definitely is an easy way to grow your network. And then I've also signed probably 4 or 5 distributors from people who posted for me, because they see that they posted something on their page and they got, 15 to 20 comments, and they're like, whoa, I didn't know people were actually interested in this stuff. Maybe I could use an extra income. So I also grew my team by doing that as well. So it's just amazing in like literally every possible way. But you definitely want to make sure that you're doing that every single day. So posting, growing your network, and messaging, those are 3 of the 4 things that we want you to be doing every day. And then the last thing is follow-ups. So was there anybody specific who we wanted to talk about that, or should we just kind of take care of it?
We can, I'm sure we can all talk. Does Myra, do you have something to say?
The way that I follow up, I've just been putting it in my calendar, like every person that I've basically sent how much something costs, I put them into my phone calendar on a Friday, like on the 5th. And then I have like a huge list of people that on Friday, I'm going to be like, hey, I hope I'm not bothering you. Are you still interested in the product? Or like, hey, I still have your discounted spot. Would you like to use it? Today I went and I messaged all of my potentials from September, and I was like, hey, I'm updating my discounted spots. Do you want to be on the list or no? And that kind of gives them like oh, I don't want to be on this list anymore, or like, I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah, scared me too.
So, yeah, so basically just like hitting them up and just letting them know that you're still kind of waiting on them. It's kind of a sense of urgency. Of course, people read it and don't reply. So now Instagram has been like sending notifications when you unsend stuff. So what I do is I message the person first and then I unsend whatever I sent. I feel like it looks less suspicious. But yes, just writing down, because you will forget. When I first started, I forgot so many people. I think when I hit 2,000 followers, I ran out of people to message. So I scrolled back down to the bottom of my followers and I started going back in, and I left so many people on red, or so many people that were interested that said, can you text me in 2 weeks, that I just never got to because I never wrote it down. So write down who you're talking to. Like screenshot them, put them in a collection album in your phone, or save them in collections on Instagram.
Perfect. So I want to touch off of that. So how I do my follow-ups is I use the note section of my phone. And then I also like have my hundreds list. So I talk to everybody on Instagram. So I always recommend this. If you're speaking to a potential, you need to get a follow-up date and you need to get a phone number. So if they're super interested and they want to order, you need to make sure that you're getting a follow-up date of the exact day they want to order, and you need to make sure you're getting their phone number. So you always want those two exact things, because otherwise you're going to get very confused and disorganized, and you're going to probably lose the potential. So if a potential says to you, I'm interested, but not right now, or like, I'll let you know, you can ask them, is there a different day that would be best to check in with you to get you started? And they're likely going to give you a date. And if they don't, I just throw them on my hundreds list, which is just like all the maybes or not that interested, but might be later. Like I throw them on my hundreds list. But all the people who are super interested that I know are going to order or want to order, I have their Instagram name and I have their follow-up date, like right in the notes section of my phone. You can't really see, but there's just tons of names and they all have a date next to them. Like today I had like over 25 people I had to follow up with that had today's date on it. So I just stay super organized. And then some people, you follow up with them like the day they say they want to order and they're like busy, or like they don't reply, or they ghost you. And I just move the date to the next day. So like today was 10/2, October 2nd. So anybody who didn't reply to me that we're supposed to order today, I changed the date to October 3rd. So tomorrow morning I'm messaging them again with a different message, like, hey, are you still interested? Like something like that. And I'm going to follow up with them again. So we learned at conference last year that I think the average amount of follow-ups before someone orders is between like 5 and 7. So that's like the norm. So if you're following up with someone one time and they're at work or they're in the shower, and like how many times do we read a message and then forget about it? So you have to think that some people just are busy or they forget. So that's why you're going to keep following up with them until they say, no, I'm actually not interested anymore. Or they say, oh my God, I completely forgot. Let me do it right now. So the important thing is that you are following up with the potential more than 2 times. I usually do 4 or 5, and then I'm like, okay, I'll leave this person alone till like the end of the month. But yeah, the average person takes more than 1 or 2 follow-ups. So you just want to make sure that you're being consistent with it. You're being organized, whether it's the notes section of your phone, a calendar, a piece of paper, however you want to do it in your own way. But you want to just make sure that you're staying organized. And then, so how I do my follow-ups is with the notes, and then I also go through my Instagram, like my inbox every day, like, or every evening, and I just scroll and see like all the people that maybe just like stopped replying, didn't give me a phone number, but we were in conversation, and then I'll just check in with them. So I just kind of scroll to like for everybody that I spoke to the day before, and I follow up with them, and I get a bunch of customers off just following up with them without really expecting much, but it turns out they actually did want to order and they just got busy. So that's how I do my follow-ups. Rachel, how do you do yours?
Ooh, so I will, just like Amanda said, I always try to get phone numbers, and I try to get, sorry, I don't know why this dog is trying to climb me like a tree. I try to get phone numbers and a date. When people give you a date, they feel accountable. Like, they pick the date. I didn't invent the date. So it's like, I already told this girl I was going to order, I'm going to do it. You know, people are committed to that. If you cannot get people off of on Facebook Messenger, you can set a reminder of the date that they gave you, and it will notify both you and them on that day. So if you, for whatever reason, can't get someone off of Facebook, that's a good option. But I will check back with them on the day that they said. If they don't respond that day, I follow up the next day. If I don't hear from them, they just get added to my like weekly Friday follow-up. So until you tell me like no, I'll check in with you. And like Myra said, saying, I just want to follow up. Like, do you want me to take you off my list, or, you know, something like that. It just puts a sense of urgency, and people feel more obligated to respond. And just like Amanda said, it normally takes, I think it's actually 5 to 12 times. But 5 to 7 is the largest percentage. But that's when people sign up. So it's crazy. But if you're not following up, somebody else will message them for the first time. And since they've already talked to you about it, they'll be like, oh, yeah, I've heard of that. I'll order from you. And you lost that sale because you didn't follow up. So it's definitely important.
Also, if you are getting your potentials off of Instagram, make sure you write down their username. Don't be like me and just write down their name, because like, you know how some people actually have their name, like that's what I was doing. And then I would go back, and this is like once I started getting more followers, I had like 300 Jocelyn's somethings. So I didn't know who it was. And also people change their usernames like every single day. So I wasn't finding the people that I needed to follow up with just because I didn't write their username. So make sure you're writing useful information so that you can actually get customers.
I did have another question on the beginner scripting, as far as like how I approach it, on like how I get people to approach me per se in social media or on social media, and to begin the process of making this person a distributor or customer. Yeah.
So right now, what you want to focus on, because you just started, is just planting those seeds. So your training is going to explain all of that to you. I think you're still in the process of it. And then just like what we talked about on the call, like posting, growing your network, following up, and messaging, like that's how you're going to start planting more seeds and getting people interested in what you do. So don't worry about all of that right now, but you just want to make sure that you are planting those seeds in people's heads.
Do you have any suggestions as far as what I should post and how it should sound to get people interested?
Yeah, so we talked before about how we have a bunch of posts in the team pages already. So if you go to photos and then albums, there's albums for every product. There's albums for like the distributor opportunity with captions. So you're never stuck on what to post. So there's a bunch of those resources available in the team page.
Oh, as far as the like outside advertising, as far as me like going to the gym or in a grocery store such as Earth Fare, where everything of course is healthy, how do I advertise it as far as and the cards and the wraps and stuff? But as far as like something that they can see and read, like a shirt or like a bracelet.
Honestly, the longer that you're in, the more comfortable you'll get with speaking. Like, you can ask Rachel, Amanda, and I a question, and we'll literally give you like a ton of information. But this is just experience. So don't feel discouraged or overwhelmed. You just joined and you have all these questions running through your head. Write them down and have like schedule a call with your upline and be like, hey, I have all these questions and I want them answered. Can you please help me? Because that person will help you. They signed you up for a reason. And we get our $100 bonus because we helped you. So write down your questions and definitely answer them as you're going and like write notes.
Okay.
All with your upline will be amazing for you. But
I agree. Definitely schedule a one-on-one call with your upline. That'll be awesome.
No, the upline people would be you, Miss Rachel, you, Miss Amanda, you, Miss Mara or Maria, and Miss Deanna.
So when we say upline, if you just hear, technically we're all uplines or sidelines to you, but when we just say your upline, we mean the person who enrolled you.
Oh, yeah, that would be Miss Deanna. Okay.
Ooh, I'm muted. Okay. Did we cover everything?
Yeah, you muted me too as I was talking. Does anybody else have any like specific questions that we can answer for you? I think we covered everything. The only thing that we didn't touch on that I wanted to was product coach. Did you mention that at all?
No, I did not, but that is something. I'll type the website in the chat right now.
Okay, so everybody, I want you to definitely copy and paste this link that Rachel's putting in the chat. This is literally the best website like known to earth for it works. Like, I kid you not. It literally has like categories for every product and like the most like recently asked questions about the products, like literally like 20 questions for each product. So like any question that you have or a customer asks you, I guarantee you it's answered on that website. It's like the saving grace when I started. Like, I literally just learned so much from it, and still today I still go to it. Like every couple of days I still like find things. Rachel. But yeah, it's definitely like an important link to have, and definitely save it in your notes. It's going to be very useful. So if you haven't gone on that website yet, after the call, please go on it and just take a look and see how it is, because it'll help you a lot, especially if you're new. Does anybody else have any questions?
so I just have a big tip. So a lot of you are new, or you're rebuilding, or you're here to just get a refresher. Don't feel discouraged. Like, it's gonna take some time to rebuild and build. Like, success doesn't happen overnight. So just because you're having a really bad month doesn't mean that you should stop working. Like, if you are doing something consistently, you are more likely to become successful. So if you are doing everything that your upline is telling you to do with your own little spin, because your upline can tell you everything that's working for them, but it does not technically mean that it's going to work for you, especially if you don't put your own mind into it, if you don't change it up a little to make it fit you and your life. So just don't feel discouraged. Everybody has bad days, bad weeks, bad months, bad years, but you just have to keep going. And if you do feel discouraged and don't feel like doing this anymore, talk to your upline. Don't just ignore them, because we don't know what's happening to you. Like, I wish we could help you if you would tell me what was happening to you, because, you know, we're friends now. You joined my business. We're friends. Don't think that I'm your boss, because I'm not your boss. We are not your bosses. We don't have bosses here. We just have mentors and people to help us. So talk to us, talk to people. You know, like, there's so many people in the Team Green chat. If you like somebody and what they're saying in the chat all the time, message them. Be like, hey, can I pick your brain for a second? That will get you going. Like, I've asked Amanda questions a couple of times, like, hey, do you have like a script for this? Like, I know that you do this really well. Can you help me with this? Just be confident in yourself and what you're asking and what you're doing.
Alrighty. Well, if that's it for the night, thank you everybody for getting on. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to be here and investing in yourself and investing in your business. And if you have any additional questions or something based off of what was said tonight, please message one of us and we would be happy to help you. And we will let you know sometime in the near future. We will have another Zoom. So I'm looking forward to it. And until then, just shoot us a message if you need us. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.